right before the murder, while I was choking her, I just thought, I need to let her go or she's not going to be able to breathe. And if I do that, she'll live.
A routine welfare check turns into an unexpected revelation straight from the mouth of a confessed murderer.
And then when she was dead, I just thought, why did I do that to someone I very much loved and enjoyed as a person and liked and very much respected? And did that to that family.
And all the details are caught on camera.
Should I confess to the rapes right now?
The girl that you said that you murdered, did you rape her too?
I didn't rape her. I thought about it.
The alleged killer even explains why he confessed.
Eventually you will get caught, or you will kill yourself, or you will get so mentally ill you'll just have to confess. I knew if I got away for a decade, I'd just forget about it again.
To understand the confession, we have to head back to October 5th, 2016, when 19-year-old Jennifer Kyli Molloy was found dead in her Edmond, Oklahoma apartment. A maintenance worker discovered Molloy's body in her apartment, and law enforcement quickly determined her death was suspicious. The investigation went in multiple directions with several leads, but no arrests were made. Then, 8 years later, Oklahoma Highway Patrol troopers got a call requesting a welfare check. Someone was sitting along the road on I-40. The man was identified as 28-year-old Joseph Beck, who immediately started talking, and what he said shocked troopers.
I think I keep thinking about confessing because I know if I keep confessing and they up this thing, I'll keep confessing in front of people, and whatever place I end up in prison, so if I'm in Jim Bob, I'll probably get like shivved, and if I get some other place, I'll definitely get like just, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'll die in prison.
Go ahead.
Or executed.
The video starts somewhat slowly, with Beck in the front seat of a squad car.
I can't feel my hands.
You're welcome. We're almost there, sir, and we'll get you out of those handcuffs, okay? I know they're not fun, especially sitting in the front seat, right? But we don't have protective screens between the back seat and here, and we've got too many different objects in the back seat with how our rules, regulations, and policy work. You've got to be up in the front seat, okay?
But after this, that's when Beck gets to talking.
That's good, record it. I mean, that'll make it a lot easier for later.
Should you what, sir?
Should I confess to the rapes right now too? By society, or sexual assaults by society's definition.
What do you mean rapes? Like you raped someone?
I just feel like a lot of times when I was drunk with chicks, I was just like way too handsy. And then even when we didn't have sex, it was still like enough that it should be considered sexual assault.
Well, do you remember where you even met these girls at?
Huh?
Do you even remember the girls?
Where did it start? Stuff before I happened 18 should count also. But
I mean, you meet them online, you can meet them out in person, I mean...
Everywhere, just
really?
All the time. All the time. And also consensual sex in there too, but like I just, like if a chick I got handsy with and then I talked to later, I would just like... I just convinced them that I wasn't handsy with them, or they were into it, even if they were into it by the end of it.
Before troopers began recording this video, Beck apparently confessed to Molloy's murder. The trooper driving the squad asks if she was sexually assaulted too.
Well, the girl that you said that you murdered, did you rape her too?
I didn't rape her. I thought about it. And then I thought...
Thinking about it is way different. So.
And then Beck describes how he allegedly murdered Molloy.
Cause like right before the murder, while I was choking her, I just thought, I need to let her go or she's not gonna be able to breathe. And if I do that, she'll live. And then it's just I started to let go, and I thought, and then she'll tell on me. She'll tell on me for this. And then I choked her unconscious. And then while she was unconscious, I put my knee on her throat and I waited at about 60 seconds. And then when she was dead, I just thought, why did I do that to someone I very much loved and enjoyed as a person and liked and very much respected? And did that to that family.
This recording ends after about 5 minutes, but not before Beck explains his reasoning behind the confession.
I think that the ultimate moral is there's no getting away with it. Eventually you will get caught, or you will kill yourself, or you will get so mentally ill you'll just have to confess, or you'll kill yourself, or someone will kill you.
A second video begins with Beck straight up saying, quote, "I am a murderer."
I am a murderer. But I would never hurt a police officer.
The 113.
My friend is a cop, and I always thought about confessing to him, but I could just never do it because I thought it would implicate him in his job. And he kept saying, why don't you become a cop? And I was like, way before I ever murdered or did any crimes. And I said, what a waste of time, man. Why would I want to solve crimes? Why would I want to solve murders?
Before this video was taken, Beck told law enforcement he wanted to retain an attorney. The trooper then reminds him of this.
I don't want to be...
Hey, buddy, just try to breathe a little bit right now and don't get yourself too worked up, okay?
I'm just saying.
I know. But you also mentioned that you asked for a public defender, right?
Yeah,
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna respect that request.
Okay, sir.
And let's talk about something different. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I would rather not talk about my family.
I'm sorry, sir.
I would rather not talk about my family.
I said I'm sorry, sir. I won't bring that up again.
So, I thought you meant...
No, my apologies. I don't want to, like I said, I'm not trying to frustrate you or anything like that. It's just, hey.
No, I wasn't I thought you meant like, how are you doing, or I don't know what I thought.
No problem, sir. I didn't take any offense to it, one whatsoever.
The trooper continues to steer the conversation away from Beck's alleged crime, but he just keeps on talking.
Are you working right now, doing like that?
Yeah, I just got a job.
Nice. Where at?
Dude, it doesn't... I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. I don't care about my... That's what... I just started going to work there, man. And I just, like, the people there, they're just so cool. Like, I've always been so cool at work and the people I know and but just, I get up there, man, and I just see, I see girls, and I know that they're just, like, barely 18, and I see them look me in the eyes, and I'm just, like... I just know I'll probably just want to hang out with that chick and have sex with her, and then, like, if she ever dates anyone, I'd probably go try to kill the boyfriend if he lived in my area. Like, I've just been, like, literally, there's been so many times where I went to, like, go confront, like, people who have, like, stolen my girlfriends and just, like, wanted to kill them, and they refused to go outside, and then they just call the cops, and I just, like, leave the area and go somewhere else and, like, get in my car and drive away. But it was just, it's just, like, I'm not a serial killer, but I just always had this premeditation, and I just killed one person. But it's still just like, it should be enough that you just have to go to jail forever. And I'm not trying to upset police officers or anything, or act like, oh, I should have been, but it's just, I don't know. It's just like, I don't want someone along the way here to try to get in my head that I'm redeeming or worth saving, because I'm not.
All right, I won't say anything else.
I'm sorry.
No worries. No, don't be sorry. I won't try to make up any type of casual conversation like that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'm just trying to respect you and your wishes, sir. That's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Beck realizes what he's doing, but still doesn't stop.
I don't know what's wrong with me, man. Oh God, I can't stop talking.
At this point, he begins crying.
Why did I ever choose to do anything bad?
I'm sorry, sir?
Why did I ever choose to do anything bad? I was a good person. I went to school, I believed in God, I chose to be good. Why did I ever choose to be bad?
path? Why did I ever choose the evil path? Why did you never kill anyone?
Again, the trooper brings up Beck's right to an attorney.
I'm sorry for being rude, for you using interrogation techniques, or just trying to keep it...
I was just trying to keep a conversation
casual.
open. That's it. I'm not.
Okay.
You mentioned that public defender, right?
Yeah.
So from then on, I'm just trying to keep it casual. That's
Okay.
nothing more. So that's why I just told you, hey, I'm not going to ask you anything, or even just try to have a casual conversation with you right now, because I know you're upset, and I don't want you to feel like you're being interrogated. Does that make sense? That is overwhelming. For what that's worth.
Okay. I just need to stop freaking out. It's being hysterical.
It's not a bad thing to be hysterical. Sometimes it kind of makes you feel better. I've learned that.
I think it proves you're a human.
Over the last couple of years, I've had to relearn that, you know.
I've cried in front of people, and they've always been like, "Are you okay?" Like, every time I cried at work, I almost immediately got fired within like a week or so. And I didn't cry up there, but like the very first job, I like cried as I walked out. But I just I kind of knew my dad and how we grew up tough, and he's like, if you're just get angry and leave the room, and just don't take it out on the people there. And I was just a very angry person growing up, but I just thought, as long as you're good, you can be angry. And
there's nothing wrong with being angry. It's you just having to be able to control your, if you will, whatever it is that you use to compensate for the anger. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That means you still feel emotion when you feel anger. There's nothing wrong with feeling anger. It's just how you harness it, and then how you release it, right? You gotta be able to have a fine balance between there.
Beck previously mentioned he doesn't want to talk about his family, but he brings them up once again.
Is there a way when you go to jail to have it that your family will not communicate with you while there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm an adult. I'm 28.
Yeah,
so.
you have that right. Of course you do. Yeah, you don't have to.
Oh wait,
call.
I waive my right to an attorney is what I'm supposed to say, right? That's the real thing. I mean, is that correct?
I can't.
You can't give me legal advice.
Yeah, that's
especially
the thing.
with a case this sensitive.
I don't even know about the case, honestly, sir. So that's why I'm just saying, hey, I'm just here, kind of just driving you up here because someone wants to talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of a third party.
Should I not tell you about it, or is it just like it doesn't matter?
That's completely up to you, sir. I'm like I said, I'm just here, just riding. So
Okay.
speak freely however you'd like to. This is a free world, obviously. You know.
I guess that was always true.
You know, it might not feel like it. Obviously, you're in handcuffs right now. But again, if you choose that you want to talk about something, then that's your right, man. There's nothing more to it. You know what I'm saying?
The conversation quickly switches back to murder, and Beck appears to have remorse.
It was my right to turn myself in, and it's wrong to murder people. And it's wrong to murder someone. And even if you are mentally ill, it's still wrong to murder someone and then hide behind that. And it's wrong to murder someone because I became mentally ill because I murdered someone. I was just a normal guy up to them. And I functioned in society from 2016 to 2024, 8 years, and I knew if I got away for a decade, I'd just fucking forget about it again.
Beck says he was a good person until something changed when he turned 18.
Growing up, and when I was growing up, I always believed there was a heaven and hell. Heaven, and there was a hell. And that murder in the Bible, as I was taught, like up to 17 and off and on, and on my own, was that was the one sin that should truly be unforgivable. But like, there still has to be like some kind of self-defense in the Bible too. And then I studied that, and I tried to explain it to people because like I just said there's no real righteous reason to ever kill someone, and I feel like when I became an atheist at 18, it's just like when I kind of abandoned my true moral compass.
What made you spur off and kill her? I mean, that's more of my curiosity. Like something that had to happen. You know what I mean?
We were just both drunk, and then we were just like fooling around, and then I kept getting handsy, and then like she was like rubbing her against my roommate. Like we had a series of weird encounters, but then we're like I was drunk, and she was like just like sober, but like getting drunk, and then like smoking weed, and like, but that doesn't mean she deserved it. Like she was more or less sober. Like how would you so yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Then Beck describes his history studying crime and even gets specific about the murder he allegedly committed.
Jesus, I did study homicide, and it always pissed me off. Like the Zodiac killer got away, and so just like in that moment. In the moments before that and going there, I just like always knew in the back of my head that like I shouldn't kill people, and I never killed people, but like I just thought I could get away with rape, but I wanted to have sex with her, and I went in with that weird mentality, and we were gonna have sex, but then some dude like called her and wanted to come over there, and then like I actively like was trying to frame that dude for the murder. Jesus, how did I even? Why would you? I can't believe I would repress something like that. That's so. And I didn't even really know him. I stole her phone and I stole her laptop, and this is after the murder. But I didn't go into there with like an idea that I was going to kill her. But I came in there with ill will, and so I had to have been around 19 or 20 or maybe 21 or 2016. It was 2016. 1995. 21. I had to have just been old enough to buy alcohol when I went over there, and so, or not. No, 20.
Well, just skip that part and just carry on. If you're getting hung up and you're wanting to talk, man, like I said, just skip the part that's.
I'm just trying to get my story straight.
You're good. You're good. It's pretty well painted. I mean, it's pretty well straight. I mean, I'm following you pretty clear. If that helps, I'm still listening here, actively listening.
According to Beck, the guilt began almost right away.
And so, after that, I just kind of was very stricken with guilt because I just didn't really know why I did it. And I went home, and I suffered killer's remorse, and I started like puking uncontrollably because I knew that was the first time I had killed someone. And so I said, "Dear God, what have I done?" And then I just thought I had to go confess, so I went to a movie, and I just kept thinking back and forth what I would have to do, either confess or not. And I just thought I had to get away with it and run away, and just I didn't tell my two friends who came with me, but we left the state, and they never knew, but we left the state almost immediately right after that. So that's why it's like I showed up there, we were drunk and all this, and this is why the cops didn't like solve it, because it was just like it was like, okay, I'll say that I think it would technically almost be a crime of passion, but I would not want it prosecuted that way.
There's confusion about how many people were involved in the crime, but Beck says he acted alone.
Well, it sounds like there might be more than one person, too.
It was just me and her.
Oh, I thought you said there was two other guys with you. I'm sorry. I misheard you then. You and your friends left the state. That's what you mentioned, so I figured that
they didn't know. I'm telling you, dude, I was a very good liar up to that point. And so, like... So when
you remember your friends, what their names were?
One of them's dead, and one of them's not in the state, but they both did not know. And one of my friends killed himself, and his name was Red Potter. And then my other friend, but holy, I confessed to my friend Rhett, and then he shot himself with a revolver. Not in front of me.
What about your other friend? Not Rhett, the other one.
I never told him.
Do you remember his name?
I don't want to say it.
Fair enough, dude. Don't say it.
The confession continues, and Beck describes leaving the state and planning to die by suicide after the murder.
But both of them, when we left the state, both of them didn't know what I did. But like, Christ, right before we left the state, I didn't tell either of them, but I thought about it, and I just thought it just with them, and like they just tell me to turn me in or tell me, and so we were going to Texas, and the whole way I was just puking and smoking cigarettes, and I just couldn't figure out what the was wrong with me, why I felt bad, so bad for killing someone that I loved. Because at the point I was beginning to leave, I just kept thinking, like, I just got to get away, and then when I get down there, I'll kill myself, and then that means it wasn't my fault. And I just kept thinking, why do I feel bad about the death then? And I don't even know how that's rational. It's the most irrational thought process I've ever heard.
After this, Beck sits in silence for about 20 seconds before the recording ends. Joseph Beck was ultimately charged with first-degree murder and booked into the Oklahoma County Detention Center. Reporting for Law&Crime, I'm Gillespie.